I saw Hillsong 7 or 8 years ago. We were in Australia touring, and we went to the Sunday morning service. And I mean, I was familiar with the Hillsong records, and we'd done shows with concerts with Hillsong live in front of 10, 20,000 people. But at the church, I was amazed at how it was such an organic, pure sound. Like you could tell that that music was born, at that church in Sydney, Australia. It's like it was a pure thing. It's like going to Detroit and hearing Motown, or going to New Orleans and hearing jazz. There's something in the air, something. So it was a really powerful moment for me, realizing that sound had been invented there, and I could see why that, especially with Hillsong, how their songs became anthems around the world for worship, and it was really amazing feeling. Um, I mean, any kind of music can be used for worship. I think the kind of music we play, which is more soul, R&B, funk, blues. Of course, it can be used for anything can be used for worship, but I think in a general setting like most churches, it's kind of complex music for just everyday volunteer musicians to have that set of tools, to be playing that. So it's not as accessible. But I think for what we do, in New World Son, is it's very different for people that are, say, used to worship music, going to a concert and hearing worship, and then we come out and we're basically, we're doing a lot of our influences were, more like, the James Brown and this kind of thing, which is different. I mean, not in the black church, obviously, because everything comes from the black church. So that's another story. But for what we're talking about here, it's maybe something new and exciting for people, especially young people, because today's music is all about based in dancing and the hip hop influence. So they get it, when they hear us, and God uses whatever, to minister to people. I never want to put music in a label to say, oh, this is worship, this is not worship. Like anything can be worship. So I mean, for me, what really puts me in a worship, is very different than maybe what other people would. Like my influences are from around the world. So, but it's definitely a genre that certain groups and churches have come up with. Like I say, with the Hillsong example, and it was cool to see that and experience it. Those guys are the real deal when it comes to that.